concept of introduction to the absurd scenario sets the stage for the satirical and humorous exploration of an improbable and exaggerated narrative where the president of Argentina creates a fake cryptocurrency scheme with the bizarre goal of surpassing SpaceX's rocket dominance. This notion serves as a critical entry point into a satirical universe where everyday logic is humorously sidestepped in favor of absurdity. The importance of this element lies in its ability to immediately signal to the audience that the story balances on the edge of reality and farce, preparing them for a series of exaggerated events meant to entertain and provoke thought regarding the inherent absurdities of economic scams and rivalries in aeronautics. Examining real-world scenarios through this satirical lens, the outline nods to the crypto world, which has seen its share of scams and fraudulent schemes. For instance, the OneCoin scandal highlighted how deceptive practices can lead to massive financial losses for unsuspecting investors. Similarly, the rivalry in the space industry mirrors real tensions, with companies like Blue Origin and SpaceX competing fiercely, albeit grounded in technological and business frameworks rather than political vendettas. These examples lend credibility to the narrative and emphasize the impact of unchecked competition and deceit. Opinions supporting this comedic framing might include critiques of the gullibility that exposes investors to scams, suggesting a wider commentary on the need for better financial literacy. Additionally, the competition-induced chaos depicted in the scenario reflects underlying fears about the environmental carelessness sometimes associated with rapid technological advancement, drawing parallels to legitimate concerns about space debris and its impact. Challenges to this absurd scenario might stem from those who argue that such satire trivializes real issues within the industries of cryptocurrency and aeronautics. Moreover, some might contend that this type of humor undermines legitimate regulatory and safety efforts being pursued worldwide. Alternative viewpoints also suggest that portraying these complex topics through satire risks oversimplifying them at the expense of nuanced understanding. This introductory point connects to the broader storyline by setting a humorous tone that permeates the video, framing the comically doomed ambitions of two leaders as a vehicle to explore deeper themes of greed, rivalry, and ultimately, failure. It encourages the audience to reflect on how irrational aspirations can lead individuals and nations into absurdity, thereby linking the introduction smoothly to the ensuing antics in the narrative. The heading presents a satirical narrative involving the Argentine president setting up a scam cryptocurrency with the outrageous goal of rivaling SpaceX by funding his own space ventures. This concept marks both the instability often associated with cryptocurrencies and the audacious ambitions of entering the space race, highlighting the absurdity of such a venture. The president's intention to surpass SpaceX stems from his frustration with the supposed chaos caused by space debris falling over Argentina, expressing a desire to shift this burden comically to South Africa. The satirical take is significant as it exaggerates real concerns about the environmental impact of space exploration and the rise of dubious cryptocurrency schemes. As we witness increasing interest in space travel, spearheaded by private entities like SpaceX, the narrative humorously underscores the competitive and sometimes reckless nature of space exploration. Meanwhile, by introducing a scam cryptocurrency, it sheds light on the turbulent and often exploitative world of digital currencies, where fraud is a common issue. Real-world examples include the actual crashes and explosions linked to early SpaceX launches, which, although isolated, fueled public concern about safety and environmental issues. Similarly, the crypto world has seen numerous scams, such as the infamous BitConnect, which preyed on investors' eagerness for high returns and collapsed in a Ponzi scheme scandal. Support for the idea comes from skepticism towards the rapid commercialization of both space travel and decentralized financial technologies. Critics argue that the rush for innovation sometimes overlooks environmental safety and ethical standards, paralleling the satirical president's ludicrous objectives. Challenges include skepticism towards innovations driving competition without adequate regulation, thus inviting scams and reckless behavior. Meanwhile, advocates of space exploration argue for its potential benefits, such as scientific progress and economic opportunities, while proponents of cryptocurrency tout decentralization and financial inclusion. This satirical setup provides a comedic lens to criticize the broader theme of ambition without foresight and the cultural obsession with technological races. It effectively connects to the overarching narrative by highlighting how aspirations, when unchecked, can lead to adverse outcomes, turning environments into hypothetical trash heaps and leaving once ambitious individuals to face unintended consequences, as encapsulated by the character's fall to destitution in South Dakota. By doing so, it offers a humorous cautionary tale about the real-world consequences of pursuing grandiose projects without a sustainable or ethical foundation. In our satirical narrative, the Argentina president's cunning crypto scheme revolves around a fictional scenario where the president of Argentina devises a fraudulent cryptocurrency as a means to amass sufficient funds to rival SpaceX. This ingenious, albeit deceptive, plan is born out of frustration over SpaceX rockets purportedly exploding and littering Argentina with debris. The president's ulterior motive is to develop a space program that matches SpaceX's endeavors, eventually extending the chaos to South Africa with the same littering outcome. The significance of this concept lies in its humorous critique of both modern space race ambitions and the burgeoning world of cryptocurrency, particularly the scams that often taint its reputation. By exaggerating the president's intentions, this scenario cleverly underscores the absurdity of certain geopolitical aspirations and the sometimes reckless competition in space exploration. It also highlights the potential ethical lapses in how leaders can exploit innovative technologies for personal or nationalistic gains. Two real-world applications that provide context to this satirical setup are the legitimate concerns over space debris and the increasing prevalence of cryptocurrency scams. For instance, the rapid increase of space launches has led to mounting worries over space junk, with real incidents of debris re-entering Earth's atmosphere, sometimes endangering populated areas. Meanwhile, the rise of cryptocurrency has been mirrored by a surge in fraudulent schemes, some of which are high-profile and involve significant losses for investors. Support for this satirical premise is found in general public skepticism towards both space endeavors perceived as vanity projects for the ultra-wealthy and the growing cynicism directed at cryptocurrencies perceived as risky investments. However, the concept is not without potential controversies or alternative viewpoints. Critics might argue that the narrative unfairly demonizes innovative technologies that contribute positively to society, such as advancements in aerospace and financial technology. Moreover, the portrayal of international competition as inherently destructive may overlook the collaborative elements often present in actual space exploration efforts. This cunning scheme fundamentally influences the main topic by setting the stage for the comedic escalation between two national leaders. Their rivalry, driven by personal vendettas and escalated to ridiculous proportions, ultimately results in both countries becoming environmental wastelands. As the narrative unfolds, it highlights the potential folly of unchecked ambition and serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of prioritizing ego-driven pursuits over sustainable solutions. The concept introduced in the heading revolves around a satirical scenario, where the president of Argentina creates a scam cryptocurrency with the hidden agenda of amassing enough funds to compete with SpaceX. His motivation stems from frustration with SpaceX rockets crashing in Argentina, leading to his eccentric goal of shifting space debris issues to South Africa. This hypothetical scenario is a humorous critique of both the volatility and dubious nature of cryptocurrencies and the potential recklessness in space exploration pursuits. when done without regard for environmental and societal impacts. The significance of this point highlights an exaggerated intersection between the world of cryptocurrencies and space exploration. It serves to satirize technological and entrepreneurial ambition taken to the extremes, portraying a fictional tale of rivalry and neglect for genuine progress or environmental considerations. The humor lies in the absurdity of a national leader resorting to a scam, and the resulting rivalry spiraling into a situation where both countries become trash heaps, symbolizing the disregard for meaningful scientific advancement and international cooperation. Real-world examples that may inform this satirical setup include instances where cryptocurrencies have been linked to fraudulent activities, such as in pump-and-dump schemes that manipulate market prices for quick profit. The notion of competing with established space entities echoes real-life international aspirations, such as countries seeking to develop their own space programs in response to leading powers, often facing challenges in regulation and innovation safety. Opinions supporting this satire might address the unchecked egos in tech industries, akin to characters portrayed in Silicon Valley parodies, where the pursuit of personal legacy outweighs ethical considerations. On the other hand, some may argue that establishing national space capabilities could be crucial for growth, requiring just careful regulation around cryptocurrencies to prevent misuse. However, there are major challenges to this satire. For instance, the growing advocacy for responsible space exploration and environmentalism might conflict with the story's notion of reckless expansion. Additionally, the burgeoning market of legitimate cryptocurrencies underscores a complexity that might not align with a simplistic view of all crypto being scams. Ultimately, this point links back to the main topic by emphasizing how technological pursuits, whether in finance or space, must balance ambition with responsibility. It suggests a comedic vision of unintended consequences when driven by rivalry and greed, leaving a trail of chaos and, in this fictional case, leading to extraordinary outcomes like ending up homeless on a South Dakota wind farm. A fittingly ironic twist to a tale of ambition gone awry.